The 40-hour work week is an American standard. Then, thanks to our friend Tim Ferris, there's the bold 4-hour work week. But what about the 120-hour work week? Thanks for checking out this video. Today, I'm putting an end to the 120-hour work week once and for all. Let's dive in. There are 5 days in the typical work week. That's 120 hours. When you let work creep outside of your standard 9 to 5 schedule, you may inadvertently be working a 120-hour week. Now, these hours may not look like answering emails or creating PowerPoints or attending yet another meeting. These working hours are the anxiety filled hours that follow you to dinner. It's the hours you spend laying in bed convincing yourself that you didn't do enough that day. It's the hours spent waking up in a cold sweat, dreading whatever the day might hold. The 120-hour work week is a Monday through Friday spent constantly thinking and stressing about your workload. And this is just if you're one of the lucky ones, not letting the week expand further into your weekends. So if you're ready to get control of your work life so you can start having a life, here are 3 steps to slash your 120 hours. Step 1, believe less is more. So you have an overworking problem. You feel unbalanced. Your work life is creeping into most of your waking moments more than you would like. It doesn't have to be this way. When your workload is piling high, it can often feel like the only solution is to work more hours to get more done. It can feel like getting more done is the only path to career success. And this can create constant stress that stretches all throughout the day. However, there's a Stanford study that found that productivity per hour declines when a person works more than 50 hours per week. And after 55 hours, productivity drops so much that throwing more hours at the week is pointless. Less is more. The first step to take control of your work week is to let that belief sink in. Allow yourself to truly believe that all of the extra hours of overtime and stress may not be necessary and may not be helpful. They may, in fact, be sloppy efforts that aren't contributing to any level of increased output. This step and this new belief is the most difficult. You've probably had a constant soundtrack disguised as stress and overwhelm following you around for years, convincing you that these extra hours are necessary and convincing you that there is no alternative. So you can start to shift your brain to this new belief by asking yourself some better questions throughout the day. A couple examples. You could ask yourself, if I had to get this work done in 40 hours, how could I make it happen? Or you could ask, what am I spending my time on that might not be necessary? Or are there tasks that I do regularly that I could make more efficient? Start to question your old beliefs about what your work week has to look like, and you'll start to find your way to a new view of the week. Step 2, apply fixed schedule productivity. The boundaries between work and home have blurred. There's new technology that makes it easier to do work from anywhere, allowing for constant connection via email and smartphones. So much so that some countries have gone so far as to put laws in place to help protect employees from overworking due to this increased connectivity. In 2017, France put into place a law called the Right to Disconnect. It grants employees the freedom to ignore work related communication outside of designated working hours. The goal of the law is to promote a healthier work life balance, reduce stress, and prevent burnout by ensuring employees have uninterrupted leisure time. And the work from home after effects caused by the COVID-19 pandemic have blurred these boundaries even further. Now, don't get me wrong, I think there is real value in being able to perform work from the comfort of your home as part of the journey to balance. It can allow for reduced commuting times or putting in simple tasks like switching a load of laundry between meetings that can reduce chore time from evenings and weekends. But the ease of jumping between work and personal life can make those feelings of guilt for not having your face buried in your laptop at all times become a regular burden. The trick is to set clear boundaries on how many hours of your life you are willing to devote to your work week. Enter fixed schedule productivity. I read about this concept in Cal Newport's book called Deep Work. He explains fixed schedule productivity as setting a fixed schedule for the hours that you will spend working. This approach helps you to maximize your productivity by creating a higher level of focus, concentration, and output. In other words, you'll be less sloppy when you give yourself a clear time limit to meet your work goals. The system works like this. First, choose the number of hours that you're willing to give to your work that you think provides the ideal balance of effort and relaxation. Then, do whatever it takes to avoid violating this schedule. Your working hours may still feel a little more chaotic than you would like, but with this step, they're contained. With this approach, you will start to understand that the answer to your heavy workload is not more hours. The answer is better hours. Step 3, organize your day. Containing your working hours can feel a little scary at first. You worry that you'll drop the ball, let someone down, or miss something important that will lead to, of course, your inevitable firing. So the contained hours may be filled with your default busy habits, answering emails as soon as they come in, or jumping between IMs like an expert trapeze artist, or attending every meeting that lands on your calendar without questioning if your attendance is actually imperative. You may not even recognize these behaviors as chaotic at first. Instead, it may seem like evidence that you're doing your job well. Everyone can clearly see that. Just look at how busy you are. But the final step to freeing yourself from the 120-hour work week is to organize those working hours. Replace the busyness and the chaos with less distraction and an intentional plan. Your renewed plan for your workday should follow these rules. Rule number 1, don't schedule 100% of your time. Our brains need a break, and it's impossible to predict every little thing that might land on your plate as the day progresses. Allow for white space and margins throughout the day for a quick brain recharge and to address these unexpected projects. This could look like space between meetings to get up from your desk before going heads down on your next task. Or it could be unscheduled space on your calendar to fit in the last minute requests that you just received, all within the boundaries of your chosen fixed schedule. Rule number 2, set times to be inaccessible. Stop jumping to emails and IMs immediately. Strategically set times throughout the day where you will be inaccessible so you can do the work. You can help make this practice easier on yourself and your team by making these periods of time well defined and well known. Then, outside of this time, be easy for your team to access once again. Rule number 3, stop overcommitting. It may be very common these days for departments to be understaffed. It is a reality that we have to face and that we have to work around. But the solution to that company problem is not for you to work more hours. Don't overcommit to do more than you can reasonably complete within your fixed schedule. Save your yeses for important projects that will provide the most value. Then communicate a deadline that you can realistically achieve. Rule 4, create a plan for your workload. A chaotic workday is often caused by telling yourself that you'll get something done, but with no idea of when or how. You wing it. So when any other project or priority comes across your radar, you jump to it and easily lose track of whatever else you were hoping to accomplish for the week. Instead, decide on a system for planning your weeks and implement it. This will help you to get aligned on your priorities, be realistic about what you can and want to accomplish, and create the organized day that results in the peace you crave. If you haven't found a system that works for you yet, check out my Never Work Overtime Again time management course. I teach you step by step how to organize your day so you can take on your heavy workload with ease. You can find the link in the video description. A full life is balanced. It's a mixture of a fulfilling career, loving relationships, and miscellaneous adventures found in your chosen hobbies and activities. So often we find ourselves out of sync with this balance, consumed by the chaos of one area of life that throws off the rest. We can slip into a 120-hour work week that feels beyond our control. It can be a heavy weight that we feel like we must bear. But with a little belief, some fixed schedule mindset, and a bit of organization, you can be well on your way to a schedule and a life by your own design. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like it or leave me a comment below. And if you want more time management secrets like this one, let me know by subscribing to my channel. Have a fabulous day, my friends. Got some stomps going on up there. He'll be done walking soon. Oh, voice is starting to go.